Hello, guys. So I wanted to share some information. This is relating to cruising and especially on Carnival cruise. So I recently went on a Carnival cruise with my family. It was such a great cruise. We had not cruised in 2 years, due to COVID. So with us still dealing with COVID around here in the United States, one requirement of Carnival Cruise Lines is that they request for the guests to be vaccinated. Now, there are exceptions if you have not taken the vaccination. Let's say if you have any type of health issues, they do have where you can file for an exception if you have not been vaccinated. Okay. However, for me and my family, we all are vaccinated. Some people even have the booster. So, with that being said, we booked our Carnival cruise, and once we booked the cruise, we received this email asking us to download Verifly to save time at embarkment. And Verifly, guys, is an app that you download to your cell phone, and this is where you can upload information such as your COVID vaccination card, a screenshot of your test results, your COVID test results. I want to say that's basically all the information that you would download from the app. So this is the initial email that you will receive from Carnival requesting that you please download the Verifly app. And this is to help save time at embarkation. And it really did save us a lot of time. We didn't have to worry about scuffling around in our bags looking for paperwork, or going through our phones trying to retrieve images or anything like that to show proof that we had the vaccination, or to show proof that we did actually take the COVID test and that the test is negative. All right, so I have an Android. I'm not an Apple person, so I don't know the steps for downloading apps to an Apple phone. So for Android users, you would go to your Play Store and you can type in Verifly. As you can see here. You download the app to your cell phone. And once you download the app to your cell phone, you will receive a prompt to validate your account via your email. As you can see here, I received the reply from Verifly asking me to validate my account. It says validate your account. So once you click the button, it validates your email account, and then it will take you back to the app. If for some reason the app does not open up, you can simply go back to your Play Store or go to wherever your apps are on your cell phone, find the Verify app, and open it back up. Now, when you do open the Verify app, you will need to have your booking number and the last name of the primary person that booked the cruise. So let's say you have a cabin of 5 and there's different last names. It's whoever actually booked the cruise. You will put their last name. So let's say it's Jones. So you will put the booking number, and Auntie Jones booked the trip. You would type Jones on the line. And once you have entered your booking number and the last name, it will pull up all the guests that's in that cabin. So every person that's assigned to that particular cabin, you will see their names, and you will see where you can click on their names to complete the steps within the Verifly app. One of the first things within the app, this is looking different now. This is not what you would see when you first go into the app, because guys, I've already had my cruise. I've already went through the steps. So everything is showing complete within my Verifly for my trip that I just had. So one of the things that's going to happen, one of the first things, once you enter your booking number, you enter the last name, and you select the one that's for you, it's going to prompt you to take a selfie. So you take a selfie, It will put a green light around the selfie if it's good to go, because they want to make sure it's a clear picture, guys. All right, so on this particular page, it's showing 4 steps. But as I mentioned, guys, I've already went through this process, so things are a little different once you process it. So at the beginning, instead of 4 steps, it was 5 steps initially. And one of the 5 steps was the selfie that I just mentioned. So after you take your selfie and it gives you a green light that it's a good selfie, you will have these other steps here. One is to complete vaccination attestation. I know I'm butchering the word. So this is something that was complete when you, well, should have been completed when you booked the trip. There's like a questionnaire that you would answer, and that was part of the booking. So it's going to show a green check because that was something that was to be done within 48 hours of the booking. The next thing here, the next thing here is upload proof of your COVID-19 vaccination, right? So that's that card. Many of us received that COVID vaccination card when we went to get our vaccinations, regardless of if it was the Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, or Pfizer. I don't know of any other besides those 3 vaccinations. So I know some people receive like a document on a page. I did see that for a couple of my family members. They do live in rural areas, so maybe because they're in such a small area, and when everything first started, they didn't quite know how they were going to keep track of the vaccinations besides that document that some of my family members received. But majority of us, we have the COVID vaccination card, like a little index card. I think it's half the size of an index card. So you would take a picture of that index card or that document that shows the dates and the actual vaccinations that you receive. So you can take a picture of it, upload it to your camera. From your camera, you can upload it to Verify, right? That's step number 2. And you will get a green check mark if it's something that's readable and something that they're going to accept, right? So the next step was submit negative COVID-19 test results. Okay, guys, so I went to Walgreens because Walgreens is cheap. No, Walgreens is free. They are not charging for the COVID tests. CVS is charging for the tests in my area. I'm not sure about others areas, so you can call, go online and check to see. But I'm a girl that looks for what's free. And I do have health insurance. However, Walgreens was totally free, and it was an easy, simple process. You go to walgreens.com, follow the steps for signing up for COVID-19 tests, and the tests they are what's used for traveling. Okay, so you choose your location, the date, and the time. For Carnival, they would like for you to take your COVID test at least 74 hours before you board the ship. Okay, if you have the booster, you could do, what's after 76, 72. You have a day earlier that you can take the test if you have your booster. But if you're fully vaccinated but have not gotten the booster, then it's at least 72 hours before you plan to arrive on the ship that you would have to get your COVID test. So once you make your appointment with Walgreens or whoever you're doing your appointment with, you go take your test, and within 1 or 2 hours, you should receive your results to your email. And this is showing the email here that I received from Walgreens. And you can click the button to say view results. So once you click to view results, you want to download the PDF. And that's what you would need to take a screenshot of. So this is what they need as far as your COVID test results. They need the laboratory report. So if you go to Walgreens, it's going to look similar to this, minus the sun and the emoji. You guys know I had to protect my information as much as I could. But if you look closer, your girl is negative. Thank goodness. Very negative. So this is what you would take a screenshot of, and you would upload it to the Verify app. Okay, so once you upload it, you would get a notification that the information is being verified. So I guess they have a person or some type of application that's reviewing the information that's being submitted, because I did have to wait a few minutes to get a response stating that everything's been verified and the information is acceptable. Now, some of my family members, they did get rejections. If it was not a clear screenshot where they can actually read the information, or if the screenshot did not show exactly where the COVID test was taken, the time and the date, then if that information was not clear, then it would not give you a green check, and it would say that it was invalid or something that they could not accept, and they would ask you to resubmit the information. And the last thing showing here, it says complete health assessment. So you would have to complete the health assessment, and it says here that it has to be completed within 72 hours of selling after submitting proof of COVID-19. So that's part of the Verifly. And guys, it was so easy. It was so simple. And it makes, when you get to your when it's time to set sail to go and check in for on the cruise, we went through security. I'm guessing they know who's completed everything in Verify. Well, yeah, it comes up in their computer system, so they already know that they have that information as far as your COVID vaccination card. They have your negative COVID test, and you're all good to go. It really helped move the line. I don't think we did not stand in line more than, I would say, 10 minutes. That's how quick we went through the embarkation, and we were on the ship, and we were in our cabin. Of course, you have to go through the safety drill and everything. But when they said it was at 1:30, they would let you go to your cabins after you do the safety measures. They let you go to your cabin. So it was so smooth. It was so seamless. We did have one particular person in our group. I can't recall where they went, but as I mentioned earlier, I do have some family members who live like really in the country. They live in a very rural area. So Carnival did not accept their particular results. And before we even got there, that person, their Verify was not complete. So we already knew there was going to be some type of hiccup. So what they did was they did not accept the COVID vaccination, the COVID test that she presented. So what they did was they gave her a test there. She had to pay $100. Well, they charged her $100, I guess, to her cabin once they found out she was negative. And before we got off the cruise, they refunded her, which turned out to be very great, because we were going to fight against it anyway, because there was no indication stating that she should not have that type of test or have went to that type of place. Like, they don't give you the locations where the tests have to be taken. So that was going to be something that we was gonna fight against, to try to get her refunded the $100. But Carnival's customer service, the guest services, was very graceful, and I don't think she even asked for it at that time, but she just happened to see that they went ahead and credit her the $100 back that they charged for the COVID test. And another thing I would like to mention, we did have a little one with us, our little baby of the group, only 2 years old. And we were told, I even asked a guest service agent over the phone when we booked our cruise if our baby, who's only 2 years old, needed to take the test or have the vaccination or anything like that. And I was told no. We were told no. So, of course, she didn't have the vaccination. She's only 2 years old. And we didn't get the test because we were told she didn't need it. Even on the day that we went to the location, it wasn't Walgreens, it was another location. I think it was Med Now, in the location that the 2-year-old and her parents live. They went there, and the parents, they went and received their COVID tests. And they even asked for a COVID test for her, for the baby. And they said it wasn't necessary. However, when we got to Carnival, they said she had to be tested. And thank goodness, thank God again, she also was negative. They did not charge $100 for the baby, but they did charge $100 for the adult. However, the adult was refunded. Thank you, Carnival. All right, so I just wanted to share this information with you guys. If you're considering or have booked a cruise, please download the Verifly. You're going to receive an email from Carnival asking you to take this step. And this is very helpful to them and very helpful to you and your family or whoever you're traveling with. So you will not have to be in a long line and to have a hassle-free embarkation. Okay? And I felt so good being on the cruise. It was amazing. We had an enjoyable time. And I hope all of you out there who have booked your cruise or who are thinking about booking a cruise, that you go and have an enjoyable time. I really hope this was helpful to you. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Please like, subscribe, and you're always welcome to leave a comment. Thank you.